Hello everyone, and welcome back to Springlock Lab Animatronics. Today I've shifted my view, as instead of focusing on Mr. Endo Guy, I'm gonna focus more on showing you guys how I built my robots, as that was one of the points of making this channel in the first place. And I'm also having some technical difficulties with the Endo anyways. So for now, this will be a good option while I'm fixing it. And unfortunately, no, I wasn't able to get it to clap its hands, as I was running into the power issues, as you saw in the last video, and I couldn't get the angles to align, so I can't do that. But I could still do the other animations, and I'm working on setting up the head right here to work as well. To start, I'm going to break down what each of these little wires does on the servos in general, and then how to wire them up. First, you can see that there's three colors. There's orange, red, and brown. The three colors each represent a different thing. The orange one is the pin. It's for these. They have numbers on the board right here. It's what sends the signals that tells what to do, and you're able to specify the number of pin it's on. Then you move to the red one, which, like normal wires, also represents power, as it comes also from the board. And the brown here is also for the ground, to ground your servo. All these work together to help move it, and you have to plug it in. As you can see here, I've plugged in the red to a 5-volt pin. They're all labeled, so it's easy to find. And I moved it into the breadboard. Here on the breadboard, the way it connects is that on this part, in these mini sections, the line goes from here up and here up. Same for here with here up and here up. And then on the intersections, it's this little line to here, and so on and so forth up here. And then it separates on this section to do the same exact thing. That way you can connect multiple things to the same section. It is what I did for the power, as you can see. I connected one ground and one power to the breadboard along this line, which means I can plug them all into the same line without having to use multiple of these ports, which is helpful since it only has one 5-volt port and only 3 ground ports. So it can help you plug in more than like one power source overall. Then we have the pins. As I said, they're numbered here across the line. And then to be more specific, they're numbered within here. For this, you can take a wire, and I placed it in here as it can go across the line there. This lets me plug in the 2 servos here, because this servo and this servo uses the same pin. But instead of having to figure out how to get like a wire that can turn into 2 wires to connect to this both, I can just plug it into here, and now I have the little grid section that it can individually plug into. The same goes for the other pin, which you can use, and you can specify numbers. Like, it goes from 1 to 13 on the thing, which means you can have up to 13 different servos operating at once if you want. This all works together to make it have its animation, as if you can see when I plug it in. Here, it lets it have its animation motion that you've seen before. This is what lets you control how your servos works. This is some of the more basic stuff of the servo, but if you implement it correctly, you can do many advanced motions, as if the servos dictate only the parts, the servos are only advanced as the shell you put on them. Without the good shell, it'll just be parts that are moving, but with the right shell, it'll animate life, in a way. This is the end of the video. Thank you for watching. If you would like, it would help if you liked or subscribed. Sharing it with others also helps a lot as well. Thank you for watching the video, and goodbye.